In today's video, we're gonna have a look at one of my most favorite epic champions in Dragonheir Silent Gods, and is no one else but Dane, guys, from the fire element. I know some people are like, you know, Dane is the first champion I'm scrapping off my team. He's so easy to kick out of the team. Well, let me just show you what this champion can actually do, man. He's super awesome. Captain Aura increases ally attack by 30% in Series of Trials. I wish this was for all battles or something like that. It would have been amazing. The passive, when the hero deals damage to the enemies with less than 50% HP by skills, recharges ultimate energy by 15%. This effect can only be triggered once every 5 seconds. So it's pretty damn good to have this on. The battle skill deals 300 attack, fire damage to enemies within range, has a 75% chance of inflicting fear on enemies with HP less than 50% for 3 seconds and healing prohibition for 5 seconds. Fear will make them to be unable to cast attacks or skills. So this is fairly decent, a pretty good range, decent damage too. The ultimate skill, very good damage, has a 75% chance to dispel 2 buffs from enemies within range, dealing 650% attack, and a chance to land attack penalty for 10 seconds. Now this is the small version, unfortunately, of a decreased attack, but is better than nothing, is AoE. For enemies with HP below 50%, steals all their buffs instead. So having enemies under 50% HP will benefit him quite a bit, and having the option to dispel 2 buffs is gonna be massive, guys. It's gonna be so freaking important. That's what I'm gonna show you today. But first, let's have a quick look at the build. I'm having the Eyeball of the Giant on him. The wearer's ultimate skill gains damage bonus. Then, of course, we're gaining a flat attack and attack percentage. And I have 2 attack and crit rate sets. Okay, the Barbarian Helmet. We have the Barbarian Battle Axe, so the Barbarian stats, basically. And total stats on him, 28k HP, 1k defense, almost 3k attack. And we have 64 crit rate, 100 crit damage, and we have 138 accuracy. Now, for dungeons, we're going to want to increase this accuracy a bit more. First, I'm actually going to do a run on the Goblin. Then I'm going to change the negative rune for an accuracy one. And we're going to take him in for a spin in dungeons. Right now, we are on Goblin 3 here. So let's actually go in and do a run. And you're going to see how much damage he actually deals compared to some of the other heroes that we might have in here, you know. So we're gonna replace the Traveler with Erich in here, guys, because he's gonna deal a bit of more damage. So let's see what we can achieve with this team. I do need Flirbart in there just to tank a bit for me. If not, they're gonna kill my Trollgar, and that's gonna be pretty annoying. I still haven't managed to 3-star Goblin 3 on stage 1 yet. I haven't really tried hard, honestly, to do it. But I definitely need to look into it to do it, you know. Don't waste stamina. The higher the stages, the more potions we're getting, the easier it will be for us to level up heroes, you know. And I gotta admit it, man, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to level up a lot of heroes and just do all sorts of different tasks and play around with them, you know, just to be able to showcase them in videos. Because there are quite a few heroes, and it does take quite a bit of stamina to take them at least to level 90, you know. Well, we should be. All of us, we should be at around level 90 if we started, of course, on the 19th. If you started after, probably you're going to be a bit left behind, but slowly you're going to pick up as well, you know. So here we are. Let's actually see how we're looking in terms of damage. Dane is at the top of the list, man. Look at that. 39% damage, guys. Trollgar with 22%. Voresh with 17%. Voresh is not fully built for damage only, you know. So yeah, this is not going to be a 3-star, that's for sure. Hopefully we're going to get a 2-star. We might have one more wave after this, if I'm not mistaken. I think it will be. Yeah, we are. Okay, so this is going to be 1-star only. Erich, what are you doing? You're letting me down. You are letting me down. That damage feels pretty weak sauce. Okay, so he's just 1-star. But look at the damage that you're getting from Dane. He's at 1 million damage. Out of all these, is the highest DPS. And Trollgar is a legendary hero. He's fully scrolled as well. So we're not messing around. They're all 5 stars. And look at the damage. 727k. And he's at the front line, okay? He only has 1 AoE, but still, being at the front line does quite a bit of a difference. Then we have Dane with 1.1 million damage, 36.1%. So for the Goblin, in my opinion, he's top-notch, at least for the heroes that I have available on my account, you know? Look at Erich, 17%. Not even half of the damage that he dealt, you know? And Erich is a legendary champion, so think about it in that way, you know? I gotta admit it, guys, I love using him on the Grave of Curse just for the simple fact that he dispels the buffs from the enemy, okay? This boss will buff with increased attack, and the higher the attack, the bigger the shield. And Dane is actually gonna help us quite a bit here. Let's do stage 6 because it's gonna be a bit faster. And let's just change a couple of heroes around. Let's take Erich out, and you know what? Let's bring in Trollgar. So this time around, let's give him the elemental affinity bonus and see how far we're getting like this, you know. Voresh as well helps with block buffs. But you see, the boss just buffed right here. And now we need Dane to come in play and strip those buffs. He just did it, you see, so the boss has no more increased attack. And now when he is using the ultimate skill, which will grant him a shield, the shield will be pretty small. So we're going to be able to break that without a problem. Now, if he has increased attack, not only that he deals insane damage on your team, okay, but it will put a massive shield on himself. There you go. Dane again using the ultimate, stripping that increased attack from the boss. And once he's gonna drop under 50% HP, Dane is actually gonna steal that increased attack. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you are comparing him with heroes that deal single target damage, and if you're comparing him by just using him on a specific boss with a single target damage, I don't think necessarily that he's going to be extremely impressive just for the damage, you know, because you can see right here, Trollgar as well is out-damaging him quite a bit. And it's not only because of the elemental affinity bonus, it's because he's right there at the front line and he has the single target hits with slightly better multipliers, you know, so that's one of the things that really benefit him. But look at this, right now Dane stole the increased attack, all the buffs, and he's dealing more damage on the boss. He's actually keeping up pretty good with Trollgar, you know, which is in the front line right there. And it's very important to be able to remove those buffs from the boss, though. Remove them, steal them, whatever you guys want, as long as they're not staying there, because this boss will clap you. So another place where I really like to use Dane, and when we are talking about statistics, 27.3%, 349k damage, and then you have Trollgar with 37%, 480k damage, sorry. And Voresh, as an idea, 17.1% with 219k damage. So it's perfect for this area, in my opinion. Getting the ultimate energy as well once the boss is under 50% HP, and using that skill to constantly strip the buffs, top notch. And of course, he's gonna be dope on the Tempest Domain as well, because he can remove that continuous heal from the boss, and he's gonna deal AoE damage, which will help us a lot with the mini dragons that this guy is gonna spawn in here. So let's go and do stage 5. So is my team all ready? Hopefully it is. I would assume it is actually. I think we are pretty spot on with the heroes that we're using in here. So let's crack on. Do we still have an attack buff? We have an attack buff. So basically, you're gonna see how he's gonna remove the continuous heal. He's gonna deal a lot of damage on the actual waves, which is gonna be very beneficial, you know. Look at that. Bang. Now, would be cool if he would have a defense down or something, or if somebody else would land the defense down AoE for him. That's why on my third part I have the Witch's Remains artifact. The only thing is he's a bit slower in dropping that, and it's not guaranteed to put the defense down, but it's pretty helpful, you know, pretty helpful to have that on. Trollgar going in. I do think that Trollgar might have a slightly better build than Dane at the moment too. So let's just see how the damage is looking like. Voresh Vorish actually out-damaging him by a bit here. So we have 28%, 26%, 24%. After I'm gonna show you the builds on Vorish and on a Trollgar, just so you guys have an idea, you know. And of course, all three of them are fully scrolled. So they all have scrolls up and running. So on this boss, you can run Healing Prohibition, guys, okay? The main thing is that it's gonna be pretty hard to put it on if you still have small dragons left alive. If he's gonna come back after with no debuffs, it's gonna be hard to have that on. You see, he had the continuous heal on. I'm actually gonna keep this AoE from him till the last, just in case if we're not killing these mini dragons. But I think we're gonna get him done if I'm using this. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So we hammered 3 of them. And there you go. The boss now comes. He doesn't have the opportunity to take a continuous heal on himself because the small dragons are dead. And I'm gonna save it again for... Oh, okay, I didn't have a chance to save it. God damn it. As soon as I clicked on it, he used it. But I stopped it now, so we're gonna use it next time. I'm actually gonna let the boss maybe to come in and take that continuous heal on. And not only that we can remove it, but once they are under 50% HP, we're gonna be able to steal it. So right now he's gonna deal less damage than the rest for the simple fact that I'm holding back his ultimate skill. So remember that. Okay, so seems like the rest killed. Oh, there we go. There we go. Continuous heal, and Dane comes in play. Bang, and he steals it. He put that on himself. So now the boss cannot heal. And the reason why I think that Healing Prohibition is pretty hard to use on this boss is because by the time he comes down, you need to make sure you have that skill spot on to apply it on him, you know. And I find it more difficult to do that. I do prefer to use Dane here to just go in, remove the continuous heal from him, you know. And we're bringing damage at the same time, which allows me to farm this dungeon faster, you know. Kill the waves faster, kill the rest faster. Seems like we just lost him there. We were too slow a bit on the healing, unfortunately. Come on, Gulande, what are you doing? Can you give me more healing, please? So right now, the healing is gonna be a bit of a problem on the boss, you know. We just lost our Dane. The healing from Gulande was not that amazing. Maybe I should put in somebody else instead, you know. Just to gain that extra healing. Okay, Vorish doing the job, so we kill them. We should be fine from here on as well. Now, it's a shame that he died, but it is what it is, you know. Okay, he got that continuous heal back, but we had a Healing Prohibition on, or at least a smaller version of 50%. We do have that on again. Okay, dragons are back on it. But right now he's healing actually, because he still had the continuous heal on. We might have to do another run if no. Just to use Dane more often a bit. But there we go. We're killing the little spiders. That's kind of like the main thing. So we have block buffs now. That's good. And there we go. Game over. Considering he's been dead for the majority of the fight, I mean, almost half of the fight, he actually dealt pretty good damage. 19.7%, 627k. Trollgar with 38.1%, almost double. And then you have Vorish with 19.4. I don't necessarily think he's very strong for Arena, and of course he's not very strong for the Vortex either. I wouldn't personally build him with the idea of using him in the Vortex or necessarily in Arena, because they are different champions that could potentially just bring you more utility all around, you know. Right there, this guy is using Dane actually. You know what, let's go against Dane in Arena without a Dane and see how well we're going to be able to deal with his team, you know. Are we gonna get smacked or he's gonna win? He has 2 tanks right there. Very curious to see that Dane dealing damage. Actually gonna put it on 1x to see when we get to his part. He has increased attack. Okay. He dealt quite a bit of damage on my tank, man. On both of them, actually. Now, he doesn't cover the entire map, okay? But I don't think he's gonna win this fight, but you never know. We kill his main tank, and we got his DPS, yeah. Maybe he didn't even have gear on his heroes. I'm supposed to check that before. The Skratch, what are you doing? I'm supposed to check that before, you see? How are you guys finding the PvP in Dragonheir, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. I do think that's very similar with most of the gacha games, mobile games, etc. You need to be pretty pay to win in order to kind of like reach the very high stages. You know, you're gonna encounter a lot of strong champions. So that's kind of like one thing to keep in mind. Now, right here, we're gonna play it a bit differently, right? We wanna bring him in to the fight. So where is it? Where is he hiding? Kind of need to drop my DPS champion. Kind of need to drop too many heroes like this, you know, to make quite a few swaps to be able to do it. And yeah, let's just swap you instead. We're gonna swap you. Now I know he doesn't have gear for this here, so let's actually quickly give him something, you know. Yeah, we can keep this one on him. Then I guess we can equip that. We can equip this. Then we need an attack chest piece, and we can equip this one. Still have a flat one. I gotta get rid of them. And no, we have only 2 of them here, right? Yeah, let's take this one from him. It's fine. He doesn't need it. We're gonna give him a different one. We're actually gonna give him attack. Where is he? Where are you hiding? Let me just give you different gloves to make sure we're not losing the fight because of it. And we should be spot on. Let's see what Dane can do. Now, you want to position your heroes, of course, in your own way. Up to you how you're gonna do it. But we have our tank facing his tank. We don't have any crowd control to start with, you know. Gulen, they will try to land a bit of a stunning here. Other than that, I don't have much crowd control. Okay, Dane. Let's see how the damage is looking. Voresh 45%. The reason for it is because he covers the entire map. That's why Voresh is so freaking OP, man. Covering the entire map is massive. Okay, we got his tank down. I feel like I'm supposed to maybe... Even if I was putting him closer, actually. The way he spread his heroes, this guy. Pretty hard to bring in all of them in the hit. But there we go. Ended him. And he dealt decent damage. Let's see, where are we? 88k, 25.6%, 24.8, 30.4. Yeah, Voresh just hits everyone with his ultimate. That adds a lot of damage. But that was a champion spotlight on Dane, guys. I definitely think he's an awesome hero. I personally use him a lot at the moment. And I'm very curious to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.